big picture, I'm hoping you guys can zoom out and tell us a little bit more about prime real estate. And, I do want to highlight the values that I heard from you. One of which is, Robert, when you're talking about impact, right? It's very clear to me that you're in this business not only to support yourself, support your family, but make a very positive impact in the people's lives that you are connected to and serve. And then Angie, for you, one of the things that you mentioned was just, falling in love with the industry, not just like the business, but like the real estate industry as a whole. So tell us more about prime real estate, how many agents, and, you mentioned the total volume business, but if you could dive into those values a little bit more and how you instill those values in working with your team and any other values you may want to add.
Yeah, so we're at about 34 agents right now. I think our average sales volume for, at least for the agents that have been with us for this entire year, is about 7.5 million per agent, which I think the industry average is like a couple deals a year, maybe. So for us, it's very important that, we build a company that, when agents come, put their faith and trust in us to partner with us, that we're giving them what they need to be successful. The fail rate is so high. And I think a lot of that is, just because they're not getting what they need. Sometimes it's because they come into this industry and they get punched in the face with what it really is and not what they thought it was, and it's not a fit. But there's so many agents that come in that are willing and able and have the right attitude, but still don't make it because they don't have that support. I look at it a lot like, a college football quarterback coming into the NFL, right? They're getting drafted. They obviously have a ton of talent. But if they go to the wrong organization that doesn't have a good offensive line to block for them, they don't have a coaching staff that develops quarterbacks, and they don't have the weapons, the opportunities with them, to throw the deep ball, or a good running back to hand off to and give some relief to that quarterback. If they're just coming into a bad situation, so many of these quarterbacks with so much talent come into the league and then they're gone within 2 years. It's like, wow, what happened? They had so much potential, but they went to the Jets, or whatever team is not good at developing quarterbacks and has just not been good. And we want to have an environment where if somebody is drafted, they choose us to partner with us. They have the talent, they have the willingness to learn and the right attitude, that we're here to help develop them and help them grow. So that's a big thing for us. It's a pretty brutal industry and it can be very lonely. And it's pretty obvious, right? We're here to enrich the lives of our clients and our community. That's a given, right? But a lot of people don't think about how hard this industry is, and we need to be here to uplift each other and to help each other and to collaborate with each other. So that's really what prime real estate is about. And our goal is to get to 50 agents. Goals can change, but as of right now, our goal is to get to 50 agents and cap it off. We're not here looking to just get huge and bring a ton of people in and grow simply by adding lots and lots of agents. We don't collect a bunch of desk fees to where we don't care if you do a deal or not, we're making money off of you. It's not that type of situation. It's a true partnership where if we pour into our agents and we help them build a successful career, the byproduct of that is prime real estate is going to be a successful company. So we want to get to 50. We want to help everyone, get to a good place where we're averaging $10 million in sales volume per agent, which would put us at $500 million a year. A company of 50 agents doing that type of impact or that type of volume should have a major impact on our local real estate market and a lot of families every year. And the people who are with us should be living great quality lives. I mean, this is a hard business. If you're not closing business and you're not doing well and you're not making a great life for your family, then go get a regular job. You know what I mean? So that's really what we want. And then once we hit that mark, we're just going to continue to help our agents level up. And then if someone is here and it doesn't quite work out, that's part of this business. No harm, no foul. If you think there's a better place for you somewhere else, we make it very easy to move on. But then if we have a couple people leave, we'll only have a couple spots open. And if we maintain that model, we're going to continue to elevate our agents higher and higher and higher. We're going to get better. We're going to get stronger, and we're going to be able to have a bigger impact.
That's great. I gotta add, I wish we could have like a sports analogy podcast, like just one where like we could just all just spitball different cool sports analogies as well, because that was spot on. I just sent Angie. It's Kurt Signetti. He just beat Ohio State, and I went and researched his whole background using AI, and everything you said because he's been a success builder of programs his entire career, is everything you just said. And I actually boiled it down to like 7 laws of Curt Cignetti. And that's what I sent Angie, but it's everything you were just saying. So I'm glad that you're as smart as Curt Cignetti, and he's one of the smartest head coaches in college football. So way to go, Robert. Way
Okay,
to
you're going to give him
I'll take it. I'll take it.
For me, it's elevating the industry, as in we love to be collaborative, because we don't feel like other agents that make their career and they're super serious about it and they're educating themselves. Those are not our competition. We look up to those people. We look up to those agents, even if they're not in our company, even if they're not with EXP. We love working with those agents. It's the agents that are doing it for the money and they're doing it as a side hustle. I'm sorry, but financial investment of, the buying a home should not be something that you do as a side hustle. That's really where my whole passion for the industry comes in. It really pisses me off when I hear, oh no, my cousin's gonna do it. She does like 1 home a year, or I'm like, do you understand all the implications, like everything that happens behind the scenes, how much money you could be losing, a lawsuit, like there's so many things. And then also working with agents that don't know what they're doing. A lot of times our agents are helping both sides. Like you're having to teach the other agent as you're doing the job, which is not okay, because to get into this industry is pretty easy. So we want to get away from that. There's a lot of change happening in this industry. I think a lot of it is awesome. I think that all this change is also causing agents that aren't serious to just be like, I don't want to deal with this. It used to be a little bit more easy to just go out, show a home, and write a contract. Now there's a lot more laws. There's a lot more transparency. So I'm actually really excited about all the changes happening.